Hi, it's Heather, and welcome to today's beginner yoga class. This will be a simple, slow flow you can follow, no props needed, just you and, well, the ground. Before we get started, please take a moment to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps to support the channel. Plus, I upload new free yoga classes here every week, so if that sounds like something that you would love, I would love to have you as a part of the family. And when you're ready, I'll meet you seated on the floor. Take the left hand to the floor. Inhale, send the right hand up overhead. Let's get into our flow. Nice side stretch. And place the right hand on the ground, other side. Inhale, lift the left hand up overhead. Slightly gaze up. And then place the left hand down. Inhale, both hands up. Bend through the right elbow. Go ahead and grab a hold of that elbow with your left hand. Just a gentle pull, nothing too hard. Know that if your mind gets super distracted during the practice, you can always just place your attention back on the breath. Gently release. Take the left hand, fingertips come behind you. Right hand's going to come to your left knee, and you can look back for a twist. Gently release. Inhale, both hands up. Bend through the left elbow this time, just taking it straight to the other side. Right hand grabs a hold of that left elbow. And gentle pull. Gently release. And send the right hand behind you. Fingertips come behind you. Left hand comes to your right knee. Look back. Easy twist. Make sure that you're twisting mostly with your core here and less with this left hand. That will keep your spine safe in these types of postures. And release. Come back to center. Take the fingertips, walk them out in front of you. You don't even have to come all the way down, just a little bit is fine. Reach to the right side of you. And then slowly walk the fingertips to the left side of you. Maybe you start to notice that one side might be tighter than the other. That's okay. We will try to balance everything out today. And come back to center. Press yourself up. Meet me in a tabletop position, meaning taking your shoulders directly over your wrists and your hips directly above your knees. You can uncurl the toes, spread the fingers wide, press into the ground. Inhale, drop your stomach, send the shoulders down your back. And exhale, round the back, bring the chin in, back of the neck long. So pressing away from the ground. Inhale, drop the belly, open up the chest. And exhale, round your back like a Halloween cat. One more time, inhale, dropping the stomach. And exhale, pull those abs up towards the ceiling. Bring the chin in. Great, come to a neutral. Keep your left hand where it is. Inhale, reach the right hand up towards the sky. And then bring it all the way, thread it through in between your wrist and your knee. Set the right shoulder on the ground, right temple on the ground. And you can even come to fingertips here if you need a little bit more space. And breathe here. And then take the left palm, press it into the ground, lift up your right shoulder, plant the right palm. Inhale, left hand comes up all the way to the sky. And then exhale, thread it through, dropping to the left shoulder, left temple. If you would like to come to right fingertips here, feel free. Just to give yourself a little bit more space. Plant the right palm into the ground, lift back up, back to your tabletop position, and slowly walk the hands forward just a few inches, and then shift the hips back so that you're bringing your hips over your knees and pressing your chest towards the ground, but your arms are staying active, your arms are staying off of the ground. This is great for opening up the shoulders. Lift the shoulders back up. Maybe scoot the palms back a little bit. Curl the back toes under. And then lift the knees up off the ground. Coming to a downward facing dog. Feel free to keep a generous bend in the knees here. As you're actively pressing your chest towards your thighs, ears come in line with biceps. Fingers are spread wide, arms active. And over time, you can slowly begin to rest those heels toward the ground. You can even pedal it out a little bit here if you want to drop one heel, lifting the other, and then maybe switching. Just kind of working out the legs a little bit. And then slowly walk the feet up towards the top of the mat. Feet are shoulder width apart or hips width apart. Grab opposite elbows and feel gravity. Just do all the work here. Enjoy this forward fold. Again, another option to place a generous bend in the knees can feel really nice for the low back. Gently release your elbows. Inhale, come to a halfway lift. So spine is parallel with the ceiling. Hands are going to come to shins here. And exhale, fold back down. Place a little bend in the knees. Inhale, take the fingertips all the way down, around and up. Come up to standing. Palms come to kiss, to touch. Exhale, hands to the heart or to your chest. Inhale, hands down, around and up. One more time. Go ahead and grab your left wrist with your right hand. And inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lean to the right side. Inhale, back to center. Grab a hold of your right wrist this time with your left hand. Inhale, one more time. Up, and then exhale to the left. Last time, inhale back to center, reach up. Exhale, swan dive it forward, taking palms out to your sides, coming back to that forward fold. Plant the palms, step the right foot back. Drop the knee, uncurl the toes. Bring the torso and the hands, arms up. Inhale. So we're always rising up on the inhale, folding on the exhale, just as a general rule of thumb. Make sure that in this low lunge, if your arms get tired, feel free to place them on your thigh. I'm going to keep mine up. But in this low lunge, make sure that you are actively squeezing the inner thighs together as your tailbone is lengthening down, so that we're stretching, not only stretching, but also strengthening. Inhale, reach the fingertips up a little bit more, and then exhale, open the palms out to the left side. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, plant the palms in front of you. Curl the back toes under. Lift up the back knee. Give it a little rock. And then step it up to the top of your mat. Back to that forward fold. Feel free to grab opposite elbows one more time. You can even grab the opposite of what you had before. Again, placing a little bend in the knees if needed. Even swaying side to side can feel nice here. Inhale. Hands come to shins, halfway lift. Flat back. Exhale, fold all the way down. Little bend in the knees. Palms come down, around and up. They come to touch. Hands are just going to fall all the way back through to our forward fold. Plant the palms. This time, step the left foot back. Drop the knee, uncurl the toes. Hands up. Inhale, low lunge. Scissoring those thighs together as your hips are lengthening down. So this is an active stretch. Inhale, lift the fingertips up a little bit more, and then exhale, open the palms up towards the right side. Inhale, come back up. Slight back bend maybe. And then exhale, plant both palms, curl the back toes under, lift up the back knee, step the front foot back to a plank pose, active core here, and then drop the knee, but drop the knees, both of the knees, uncurl the toes, Shift the torso forward and then just drop all the way down to your stomach. Inhale, chest lifts up just for a brief moment. Chin in, bring it back down, and then curl the back toes under. Press your chest up back to that tabletop first, and then lifting the knees up, hips up to that downward facing dog. Doing whatever movements you need here, whether it's bending the knees, pedaling the feet out like we did before, lifting one heel and then the other. Active arms. And then slowly walk the feet up to the top. Hips distance. All coming to that forward fold once again. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come to shins. We're going to be a halfway lift pro by the end of this. Exhale, drop back down. Little bend in the knees. Fingertips come all the way up. Palms come to touch. Hands at the heart. Now while we're in this Tadasana mountain pose, pretty much, without the palms forward, make sure that you're really mindful even in these standing positions. Make sure that your head is over your heart over hips, hips over heels, and you're pressing down through all four corners of the feet. We're mindful in every single position. Inhale, little bend in the knees, palms come down around and up to touch. Open the arms out wide. Swan dive it all the way down. Plant the palms. Step the right foot back. Keep the knee lifted this time. And then if you need to bring your hands to hips, you can do that. Or just come all the way up to lift the torso up for a high lunge. So, option for high lunge. If you don't want to do this, you're not feeling it, feel free to take the low lunge that we did before. Relax the shoulders here. Same motions. We're squeezing those inner thighs together. We're on the ball mound of the back foot. Back leg is active. Inhale. And exhale, open the palms up towards the left side. Inhale. Back up to center. And then exhale. Plant the palms where they were. We're in a runner's lunge here. Step the back foot up just a few inches, not very much, keeping the feet hips distance. Your back toes are going to turn at about a 30-degree angle towards the right side. Hips are going to square towards the front of the mat. Inhale. Here, welcome to stay in this flat back. And if you want to, exhale, folding down. You might feel a nice stretch in the back of this left leg here. And then put a little bend in the front knee. Turn those back toes in. Go ahead and just step it up to the top. You're in a forward fold once again, letting gravity do the work. Maybe shake your head a little no and yes. And then inhale, hands come to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend in the knees. Hands come all the way up to standing. Palms at the heart. Exhale. From here, just step the left foot back to our high lunge on the other side. Inhale, rise the hands up, arms up. Very strong. Try to keep your front knee over your ankle, making sure that you're not too far ahead or back. And then exhale, open up the palms towards the right side. Inhale, both arms back to center first. Maybe a slight back bend. And then lean forward, plant the palms. Maybe step the back foot up just a little bit. Back foot's coming at about a 30-degree angle towards the left side this time, squaring the hips, meaning shifting them like headlights toward the front of the mat, and then either staying here with your hands on your hips in this pyramid pose, or on an exhale, folding it down. Really focus on squaring those hips in this position. It is really easy for them to shift. And then put a little bend in the front knee. Turn the back toes in. Plant the palms shoulder width apart. And then just step both feet back to that plank once more. Core is engaged. Fingers spread wide. Press away from the mat. And then drop the knees. Uncurl the toes. Just come to lie down on your stomach this time. Forehead is on the mat. Take both hands to either side of you, outside of the mat a little bit, onto your fingertips. Inhale. Engage your legs, meaning so much so that your kneecaps are going to lift. Inhale, lift up the chest. And exhale, fold down. 2 more times. Inhale, tops of the feet stay on the ground. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold down. Great job. Hands come right underneath the shoulders now. Press yourself up, back to tabletop first, and then all the way back to a child's pose. So hips come to heels, arms out in front of you. Welcome to take both knees as wide as the mat, if you would like to. Toes coming to touch. If you would like more of a hip opening posture today. And if your hips aren't touching your heels, that is totally normal, totally okay. Feel free to bring the knees and feet together if you would like. Really start to relax in this child's pose. Maybe coming back to the breath. Slowly press yourself back up to seated. Take the legs, swing them out around in front of you. Leave the left foot straight. Flex through the foot. Take the right sole to meet your left thigh. Inhale, both hands come up. Exhale, fold it down. And no need to fold so deeply either. If you are up here, that's great. If you feel like you want to fold deeper today, that's great too. And I even like to take my palms up in these positions. Just find it helps me relax a little bit more. With every inhale, get a little bit more length in the spine. And every exhale, maybe folding just a tad deeper. Use your hands to gently press you up. Just take your right knee, lift it up, keeping the right sole maybe by your left knee, and take the left hand and arm, grab a hold of the right leg. Right fingertips come behind you, turn to twist towards the right side, maybe looking back. Come to the front, untwist. Take the right leg down, foot flex, toes pointed towards the ceiling. Left sole comes to the inside of the right thigh. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, fold it down. Press yourself back up to seated. Lift up the left knee, planting the sole. Grab a hold of that left leg with the right arm. Left fingertips behind you. Gaze back. And come to untwist. Plant both soles on the ground. Maybe shift the hips forward a little bit and roll down one vertebrae at a time onto your back. Make sure that you are comfortable before we move forward. Bring the right knee into the chest, flex through that foot, and go ahead and cross your right ankle over your left knee. More than welcome to stay here if this is enough for you today. If you feel like you want to take it a little bit deeper, Lift up the left foot, thread the hands through, and grab a hold of the back of the left thigh. Make sure that you keep a generous flex in this right foot though, so that you can protect your knee. And drop the left sole, uncross. Let's take it straight to the other side. So left knee into chest, flex through the left foot, cross it over the right knee. More than welcome to stay here if this is enough. If you felt like you wanted to go deeper on the other side, you want to do that here, go ahead and lift up the right foot, thread the hands through, and grab a hold of the back of the right thigh. Keeping that generous flex in the left foot. Relax through the shoulders. Plant the sole, uncross. Bring both legs to come to lie down first. And then take the right knee back into the chest. Give it a little squeeze. And then use your left hand to guide it over to the left side. Your right arm is going to come straight out to the right side of you, palm face up, and you can take your gaze up towards the ceiling or towards that right palm. Feel free to really relax here, maybe even close the eyes, soften through the jaw, the shoulders, the face. Let yourself breathe naturally. And then untwist. Bring the right leg to lay flat. Left knee comes into the chest. Give it a little hug. And then use the right hand to guide it to the right side. Left arm comes straight out, palm face up to the other side of you. And you could take the gaze up towards the ceiling or towards that left hand.
Come untwisted and take one leg and then the other to either corner of your mat if you're on a mat, or just spread the legs out wide on the floor. Flopping the feet open and taking both palms to either side of you, face up. If you need to adjust your shoulders or your hips forward, whatever you can do to kind of rest in this position for a little bit before you get back up for your day, I highly advise that you take a minute or two um, just to take this time for yourself. I hope that you enjoyed this beginner practice, and maybe you noticed if there were a few areas that were tense or tight. You can use this practice as a tool to focus on those um, tight groups and release the tension so that you can have a better day. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Have a awesome week, day, life, and I'll see you again soon. Namaste.